Tell me what I can help you with. What are you thinking about it? These are your copies, right?
Yeah, the first one, that's the top just choice essay.
Yeah.
And then these are the reasons, like the Colby wants like a 1,600 character like thing why you want to apply in an extracurricular. Like,
Okay, and are these close in length to what they're supposed to be?
that's like 5. They're all within like 5 or 10 words of like the limit, I guess.
Okay, so when you think about this one, let's start with the big one. What kind of work does it need, do you think? What do you want from me?
I think the opening paragraph is like, I don't like it that much personally.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I don't know. I've had lots of like different people's opinions when I've had them read it, and I'm just not really like. I'm kind of like it's like I'm trying to figure out what to do next, like with it.
Uh-huh.
There's.
Do you like it?
I like it personally.
Yeah. You think it represents you well?
Yeah, I would say it's an interesting anecdote. It's about being the mascot for the homecoming parade.
Okay.
And it was just like it was an interesting relation, I guess.
Okay, so the gist of reading this will tell me what about you?
That I'm willing to like take risks and I'm willing
Okay, so the part you most want help with is up here. Okay, so when I start reading this, I was standing by the gate to the football stadium, jumping up and down, breathing on my fists. I'm not sure why you're there, I just know it's cold. Little did I know in a few hours I'd be wishing I was cold again due to 20 pounds of cotton and plaster head. A little mystery, we're gonna have to fix the wording here.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I went back and reread it, not just because of the wording, but because I was like, what? As part of the homecoming week, I was counting the grades of students as they entered.
Okay, well, this little bit, let's just, I guess, I can say the plaster head thing. I put that in. A lot of people said when they read like the build up to the whole it being the mascot berry, the eagle was kind of anticlimactic. I did a lot of build up, and then it was just an eagle mascot. So they wanted like some reference to it beforehand. So that was that part at least, I guess. And I mean that was, I don't want to come out directly and say it right away, but I thought that might be enough to let someone who didn't know the whole situation kind of.
Okay, this is what happened to me. I'm standing outside the football stadium. Then I'm something with a cotton plaster head. Then you're counting the grades of students, and then you're in between circuits of jumping jacks, which I don't understand why you're running jumping jacks if you're standing there counting students. And then Mrs. King asks something, and it's candy through a shop window. Do you see where there's a lot of different things that happen in one paragraph? And as a reader, you talk about writing, you want it to be smooth, like water going downhill. Okay, so start to end, I want you to lead me along, and I know exactly where I'm going. I can not be sure, but I'm confident you know where you're going. Right now, I'm confused. So we want to work with what we're going to do with this opening. Okay, so then this, I was very sure of what I was doing. She's convincing you to do something you're reluctant to do. And I think to become the mascot, Barry the Eagle, doesn't give your average reader enough information about what that means. So if you could say becoming the, and then describe the like wildly waving, jumping, right? I think then we have a better sense, because I've seen mascots that are really dull, but you were actually a really good mascot. I didn't know that was you. I mean, you were really enthusiastic. So I laughed out loud, loved that you slapped the cheerleader across the face with your wing. And I'm wondering how we get that sooner, because that created like, ooh, I'm gonna like this, right? Get that early, and then somebody's gonna read the rest of your piece. Greater anticipation. I was trying my best to entertain the crowds of screaming and standoffish teen cheers. I'm wondering if you started the whole essay with, I was trying my best.
I just thought the same thing.
You did?
Yeah.
See how smart you are? That might allow us to do this sooner. And I don't know if you need later in the march, you could just have next a little boy, so that we're getting these one after another, because you knock them over, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that was another thing we were trying to figure. Like I was trying to figure out if I need that whole little narrative with the boy. And when I first wrote it, I felt like I was kind of just like telling like this with the little boy. And it wasn't that like useful, but I don't know.
You could do it in like one sentence, because you slap the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Makes you sound good. And then knock the little boy over. And you know how you say after a series of silent apologies, I'm wondering if you want to, you can't communicate because you're trapped in this thing. That might be the place to say what it is in the 20-pound head, and right in the moment of I want to say I'm sorry, but I have to just pick him up and give him a hug because I'm. If you started with, I was trying my best to entertain the crowds, you slapped with the wing. We don't know what it is and what you're doing, but I'm entertained. Before you tell us anything else, and then you knock him over and you can't communicate, but you're wearing this. We still don't know what you are. Maybe that's the best way to start, like in the moment.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you'll even need this.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think the heart of what you're trying to say happens in this last paragraph.
I agree.
And that it's a real departure from who you are. Maybe what we need is this, you out there, but we also need a scene of you here, what people expect you to be. Who are you? You're the silent, serious, always do your work, always prepared. Sure. Isn't that kind of the image?
Yeah. I would agree. Probably people that don't know me would assume someone who's would put me with that, like, I guess, group of kids. Like,
yeah. And who would they think is in the eagle suit? They don't know it's you.
No, they would think it's someone much more, I guess, like, but when they see him in someone that's much more like out there.
Yeah. Although it's wonderful that it's you and no one knows that it's you. There's like I think you could play more with this. Because when you tell us an opportunity to take everyone's conceptions of what I should act like and who I should be and wipe them clean, I want you to show us that, where you as the eagle get to be crazy and chase people down and, yell and wave your arms in their feet. Stuff you'd never do, I don't think. So I feel like center yourself here. Do a little bit of you can cut and paste or just open up a new document and try to write from here instead. And then let's look at it in a few minutes.
Okay.
I think it's a great start.
Awesome.
And then I'll look at these too.